Good evening and welcome to Manticore. This is our third episode in the current series, and boy, has this one been a nail, finger, hand, wrist, and all the way to about up here biter. My name's Philip, I am the Keeper, which I call myself both because I'm a trapper and also because we're using the Call of Cthulhu system, though it's not a Cthulhu game, so I figured I'd be true to that. And I'm joined with four delightful players. Say good evening, players.
Good evening, players.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Hot.
It's a hot one here in SoCal.
I'm regretting the outfit choice, but I will stick to it.
There you go. I get it.
Consistency is important.
Yeah.
Well, so say some. Was it Emerson who said a foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds? Is that Emerson? I'm actually not sure if that was Emerson. He's your school's namesake, right? Or
He is not, but he is not.
Then no worries.
But they sure do love to talk about the Transcendentalists, and sure do find a lot of ire from the student base.
I gotta look up if Hobgoblin of Little Minds was him or not, or if I'm Hobgoblin of Little Minds. Yeah, that's Emerson. That's from Self-Reliance. Speaking of Self-Reliance,
Good old Ralph.
Ralph Waldo, if you're a day. Who is Emerson named for?
I have no idea.
If you don't know off the top of your head, that wasn't a gotcha question. That was
I have no idea.
just some other Emerson.
Some other Emerson.
Well, I'm so glad we're all here tonight. This game is an interesting one because it kind of it makes certain sessions be more like okay, well now this is a thing's happening tonight, because since we have these sort of predetermined length arcs, it can kind of make some sessions be like, oh we're going for it now, and boy is tonight one of those.
Charles Wesley Emerson founded the college in the 1800s, and he was a Unitarian minister and author of books about oratory.
Was he related to Ralph Waldo's?
I don't believe so, but I can see here.
Well.
Oh, distant cousin.
Oh, there you go. Well, so it all circles back.
Look, I held it together for 2 episodes. I had to derail the opening in a third.
I mean, I think the word "had to" is maybe pulling some extra weight there, but well, in our last 2 sessions, featuring this little group. That's your session notes. That just takes over the we were following a team of investigators from the New England Society of the Paranormal who were sent to a distant fort, abandoned, northern coast of Massachusetts, to investigate reports of apparitions that were sort of haunting and harrying the criminals working out of this fort. Given that this is a little less savory of a locale than some of the other places they've gone, and potential dangers, and how things have gone on some previous missions as well, the tall, buff Mr. John Jansen sort of elected to bring in a couple of rougher customers. But he did also send Dr. Enoch Day, and was convinced that he could send Miss Mills, as I think she, wanted to see this through, despite the inherent danger in going to a criminal place. It seems, however, that despite the well, I guess I'll take that back, because one criminal did stab 2 of you, but we'll get to that. Upon sort of hearing about some of these apparitions, including the woman in the white dress, the old man in the tower, the burning man by the wall that was blown asunder inexplicably towards the end of the Civil War, and the phantom steeds in the stables, our group decided to split up, investigate some of these apparitions. Miss Mills beheld the woman moving toward her, and to her horror found that the various sort of wounds on her body seemed to be speaking in a horrifying murmuring sound. I try not to say susurrus too many times, but it's a great word for what it is. The woman disappeared. The group sort of reconvened with Dr. Enoch Day joining them later via carriage. They decided to go and investigate that room again to see if there were any clues of this woman, when they found Irish Tom staring, body rigid, down the hall, unable to move or speak, the knife in his hand kind of extended, kind of bent up at the elbow. Our group attempted to intervene and eventually witnessed that woman in white appearing, moving onto his knife, moving her body back and forth across it to create an even bigger maw that was speaking in a language saying Egebon, which Miss Mills was pretty confident is the Manticore language. Irish Tom started getting stabby. There were some moderate cuts given to Mr. Chips and Dr. Day. Dr. Day, trying to escape, grabbed for the woman, hoping to sort of throw her at Irish Tom, only for him to realize that this was not a woman, as his hand, sort of reaching towards her waist, was then enveloped by the gaping maw of the wound in her stomach, which bit his hand off, or bit his arm off. His left arm just off under the elbow. Mr. Chips managed to get him out of there. The others sort of moved away. At this point, Mr. Baskerville, although you might have actually said this earlier, Mr. Baskerville, but the point is, also it was fizzing. The end of the wound was fizzing. We shouldn't, let's all hold space for the fact that the end of the wound was fizzing. Baskerville, I think you might have said this beforehand, but you have a suspicion. Oh no, you said this after, I take it back. Then also he sent his coolest guy to go in there, where he said that Tom was whatever. There was no arm, but he did bring you your medical bag. He brought the knife out of Irish Tom, who was just laying on the ground, kind of like sobbing or kind of just like catatonic. Dr. Day successfully directed you all to take samples of his own flesh, that substance that was on the end of it, which by now is kind of completely gone. The knife itself, if there was anything from when the knife had been stabbing her earlier, etc. You guys successfully gathered those materials and those scientific samples. Then Mr. Baskerville, our resident stage conjurer, although the man may know some real magical things based on you had a vital success? You had something obscene for this roll, right, Jeremy? You rolled under
Yeah, I rolled something nuts, like a 4.
Yeah, I think it was whatever it was. It was a 3 because I think you had whatever it was. It was under a 20th. So yeah, you managed to do the thing.
Yeah,
and you sort of realized that you don't think these are ghosts. You think that these are entities from somewhere else who are sort of looking human for whatever reason, but these are manifestations from elsewhere. You've read things about this, and there is actually a ritual that you could almost throw together just from what you've remembered. It was a vital success, so he's able to do this. To sort of try to get rid of them, which is what these criminals here would appreciate you doing, these werewolves. That's the name. They're not werewolves, like they're not literal werewolves. That's the name of their gang name. But don't call them that. They don't like it. Also, don't say they're the Full Moon Society. Just say they're, I don't know, just say they're connected. It's fine.
seems like they just don't like you referring to them in general.
Don't refer to this organization. There's not an organization. First rule of Fight Club. Don't call them werewolves. Okay. So you're gonna need salt, silver, blood, and bile. The criminal organization led by Mr. Fang. That's also just his name. That's coincidental. He tells his team to go get these things for you, because if there is a way for them to keep their illicit lair, he would like to do that way. Because a lot of money has already been invested in this place. So we leave off with Mr. Baskerville about to try to sort of direct the team in this ritual. Dr. Day suffering from his injury, although Dr. Day's injury did close itself, so risk of traditional infection seems unlikely, but who knows what untraditional stuff could have gotten in there. Mr. Chips has been stabbed. Miss Mills, you're doing fine. Did I leave out any key statements? Any key moments, any key elements of last week's session, or even the week before, that anyone would feel is important for us to remind ourselves and our lovely viewers of before we get into...
I had a question of just illustration about the woman's mouth wounds.
Okay.
Are they rows of teeth, like, or is it like the edges become like jagged and hard and it's just kind of like fitting in there, or are there teeth within there?
That is a good question. I will say the following. No one has seen teeth.
Okay.
Whether it was jagged hard, I think that's something you would need to maybe... I don't think anything was looking right at the right place when it happened. But there are not teeth. It's not like... I think it was on Monday I showed some guys. It's not a Lord Raptor from Darkstalkers. Hey guys, look up
Yes.
Darkstalkers. He's got a mouth stomach. He's a rock star. Boy, what a game is Darkstalkers. Vampire Savior, I think, was the original title.
Yes.
And now there's some roguelike vampire or something game that people love, right?
Yeah, from a few years ago. I forget what it's
What's
called
that
now.
called? Vampire Survival or something?
Oh,
No, not Castlevania. Like it was the like shoot 'em, like the. It was more of
Vampire
a shoot 'em up.
Survivors, it's called. Yeah.
That's it.
Vampire Savior was the original title of the first Darkstalker game, or one of the translations of it. But enough about the translations of Darkstalkers. At this point, we return to the abandoned Fort Hamilton, where we find we will move forward a bit of time to say that you have all had a moment to, step into a room, maybe bandage up wounds a little more, sufficiently, even though no one succeeded on the key first aid rolls to actually regain any hit points. Also, Dr. Day is Dr. Day is rough. That's a shame.
Fortunately, he has a lot of luck.
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. I totally forgotten about that. Thank you.
Also, I forgot.
Well, you're still alive. That's pretty lucky.
Oh my
Lady
God,
Fortune
that
smiled
was
upon you.
Oh no.
that was
That's too
really
many
disastrous,
documents I just
wasn't it?
opened. Sorry, guys.
Um,
Forgot to open some stuff today, and it just popped up over everything. Apologies.
That's-
Those are just various PDFs. Don't worry about those.
that was great.
awesome.
I think it's literally opening every single file in that. God damn it. It's opening every file in that folder. What a piece of garbage. Okay. Anywho.
Oh yeah, it really is. Okay.
You guys don't even see what's going on behind it. This is...
We
Well, I
saw
have the
some
stream
of
up,
it,
so
which
I
was
do see
exciting.
Yeah. I'm gonna just...
Um,
I'm just gonna quit that.
I
Alright, yes, Doctor.
Well, look, I find myself in less serviceable state than I usually am, and I wonder how my skills could be best used by a group. I'm obviously not one that's involved much in a summoning or banishing. Any of the mystical arts are not up my alley. I'm clearly not much capable at combating supernatural forces, and so I'm wondering how I could best be of use. I think I asked this last time, Keeper, but I was wondering if I could come up with a chemical counter agent to the samples.
Yes, you were wondering if there was a way for you to do of the specifically of the sort of substance that has been sort of sublimating on your arm. You can certainly attempt it, but though you have some equipment, you do not have you don't have like a pristine chemistry lab.
But I was wondering if the doctor could aid us in the finding of bile. I feel like that would be something he would be good at.
Certainly, that could be you could suggest ways to sort of collect some bile in that
Oh.
way. But
You did tell me to put my 3 fingers down my throat.
think he-
if
I was going to
recall
say, I'm
correctly.
pretty sure I gave clear instructions on how to acquire
Yeah,
bile.
what do you want me to expel it into?
I am thankful for
You
your
got a
readiness
yak
to aid
bottle
the
somewhere?
cause. I cannot help but be off-put by how easily you allowed yourself to be put into this role. I don't know. Do you have a beaker of some sort?
I have plenty of sample jars, I would assume. So yes,
Yes.
please. Take your pick. Outside of the ones holding the knife and my own wound, please.
all right. I guess in that case, go ahead and just give me a science roll to sort of aid them in. Actually, Dr. Day, your science and your first aid are the same. So maybe first aid, whichever you like for a roll to instruct them in the collection of bile. We'll get to your analysis in a moment. You can definitely attempt it, but that's going to be a hard.
Sure.
It's going to be a very improbable roll, but you're welcome to try it.
All right. Well, I'll try out the first aid and see if I can't help them. Yeah. 65, so success.
A success, yes. He kind of basically tells you, well, if we need bile, you'd want to, do this, that, whatever, and, makes them throw up until they have nothing left in their stomach, then keep throwing up, which is just awful. But
you could use what's his name, the psycho with the knife that tried to that successfully stabbed us both. Just keep putting your fingers down his throat till he has nothing left.
Well, I
Doesn't
can't
have
actually
to be
remember
you.
the last time I ate something, so might not be a whole lot left in there.
I will certainly say that if you pass on how to do this to Fang, to Mr. Fang, he'll get you some bile. He's gonna, So, yeah, go ahead.
Well, we are, we're in your house, Mr. Fang, so far be it for me to steal the bile collection from you. I guess that would be rude.
Mr. Fang is in the collection business, I presume. So
Mr. Fang is kind of not really in the mood for jokes, so he just goes off and sees to this.
Oh, you lose an arm too today?
I was absolutely sincere.
Yeah.
Do you also lose your humerus? Has your funny bone also gone missing?
Mr. Chips, I think your sincerity is part of the problem we're having here. In fact.
So, Dr. Day, we can get to your sort of scientific experiments if you want to, and you are more than welcome to sort of dedicate yourself to this to the exclusion of participating in the banishment ritual, if you would like. And I would probably allow you to maybe just do... Actually, you know what? Before we begin that, give me one chemistry roll. This is to simply see if it's possible to do what you want to do here. If you can think of a means of concocting this in this place. What do you got?
A 10.
A 10. That for
would
you,
be an extreme
it's
success.
It is definitely possible. There are some distillery equipment and such, for example, that you could probably repurpose. You may not have exactly every single reagent and chemical or enzyme that you'd want to use for this, and you also have no idea exactly what it is. But you could certainly make a good attempt at testing this stuff to see if there was something you could do to react against it.
Okay.
But that would require you not participating in the banishment ritual.
Understood.
Yes, this would be
Right.
subplot something you're
Outside of character, quick question. The whole point of this would be to bring something to the table of the ritual, whether that's like some kind of protection or,
sure. In that
something.
case, you could basically you'll be working in parallel, and when you succeed, you could rush in with the equivalent of your proton pack or whatever to be like,
okay.
this will stop their ectoplasm, like whatever it is you're doing.
Understood.
Yes.
Then I will, Mr. Baskerville. I must. I took a little something to take the edge off, and I'm a little bit. I'm there, but I'm not all communicatively there. I can help you all with whatever it is you need help. I just don't know if I'm actually going to be of use, or I could try to. Might be a bit of a long shot, to be frank. To analyze what has already occurred in order to create something that might be able to help us, whether that's knowledge or a tincture or some kind of reagent or weapon. I don't know, but it seems like a gamble that might be worth the loss of my otherwise limited expertise in our current endeavor. This is not just for Mr. Baskerville, I suppose, but though he's the expert in this. But Miss Mills, Mr. Chips, if either of you'd like to weigh in, perhaps this should be decided after we know exactly what it is we need to do.
Yes, agreed, in case we need the entire party for this ritual.
Well, that would also, because I would add that Dr. Day, you don't have to take a party member, but you cannot do this alone with one arm. You will need assistance in what you're doing. So,
cool.
If you guys want to go, there's a certain degree where I'm like, go 2 and 2, so it's like they're even things we're doing, but also you're taking some firepower away from the other thing. So I like it. But as you bring up, it's like, before we even do this, let's find out what we need to do. So, Mr. Baskerville, you have excellent knowledge of the kind of ritual that could banish entities from a place like this. And I'm going to just ask you some questions now. This is me talking to him and Miss Mills or Day or Dr. Day or Mr. Chips. They're unaware of these questions, but I guess there's a part of me that wonders: is that the ritual you're going to go forward with, or if you'd like to give me another one of your occult sort of summoning ritual rolls. You can see if anything else occurs to you. So, Mr. Baskerville, go ahead and do an occult summoning ritual roll.
Sorry, it cut out for a second.
Oh no. Go ahead and, so basically, you've already got it figured out how to do that, but I'd like you to do another occult summoning ritual roll.
Now,
just this is you sort of, he's asked you what all's entailed. I'd like you to just be thinking about this. So go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 29.
29 is a hard success. Well, all I'll say to you, and then it is entirely up to you, is, some of the things you were asking me about what you could do here?
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely try to do that. If you'd rather try to do that.
That's pretty cool.
So now that you're about to sort of begin to describe what they're going to need to do you want to describe the banishing ritual that you thought of, that you got that vital success on, that you're pretty sure of? Or would you like to describe this other thing that you're confident in? You got a hard success. You're recalling elements of how to do that. Which one are you going? But you have to make a choice now and describe one or the other. So which would you like to describe?
I'd like to describe the second one.
The second.
Yes,
Christ.
you do. Yes, you do.
Right. Well then, Mr. Baskerville.
What are you talking about? I'm describing the banishing ritual. Why are you so upset?
I'm just so glad I'm not the only one fucking up this this mission.
For the ritual in question,
Yes.
Yes.
I will say this. What Dr. Day is proposing to try to do to give you some sort of scientific edge based on these materials is... the redundancy of having that as a possibility is not necessarily bad. So it might be worth sending him to work on. But, that could also prove problematic if things... It could also be bad if things go really well for you and then he shows up with, So, I would say that... I'm going to say that's going to have to be a decision you will make as to whether or not you want to encourage him to try to create such a thing, or if you'd like to keep him close, in case you have need of him in another way during this process.
I will tell him to do what he thinks is best. So if he
Alright.
thinks
Well, then why don't you describe this ritual and what is necessary, and that can help inform us whether that is what's best or not.
The good thing for you, Mr. Baskerville, is that you're going to describe a ritual and they're not going to know what the purpose of the ritual is. So you can pretty easily express to them that if we go to what seems to be the nexus of this, which you've already looked over a map of the place and deemed that it is the tower, which
it is the tower.
also fits with the idea that that entity there that appears is a very prominent and important thing. You basically are going to need to create some a circle of salt, a circle of silver, and a circle of blood.
Okay.
What you're not telling them is that the arrangement of this is very different. It wasn't really circles the way you were going to do it earlier, but now it's some sort of circles to... Anyway, the point is, and the bile is also sort of mixed into the blood at various places, it kind of things. But you're basically creating sigils on the ground. It's largely what they might expect. There are some incantations necessary, and you're kind of hoping that you remember those. You think you do.
Yeah.
And but you would need them to help you with the chanting, help you setting this stuff up, and also.
Yeah. So I'm going to give them each the incantation that they need to practice.
Okay. Do Mills, Day, or Chips speak any other languages?
Greek, I think.
Ooh.
Ancient Greek.
Ancient Greek. Ooh. Okay. Now this is bad either way we do it, but Jed, I'm going to allow you. Of course, Jed, you're not. Are you going to be participating or you're not participating? You're making potions.
Well, no, he's off doing his own thing, right?
It how long do you need to get this thing? His preference would be to do the experiments, but if he's needed for the ritual, he will be there for the ritual.
You would need, if you're doing the scientific stuff, this is movie logic of you won't have that done until a dramatic moment. So
understood.
It's a one or the other. It'll be, you can, if you create that in such a way, I mean, I guess if you were a 1 on creating it, maybe you'll show up before. Look, you won't know ahead
Keeper,
of time.
If we're going to do movie logic, then I feel like you should I'll let you make that decision. It doesn't really matter to Day. He doesn't have a... Okay. If he has to be there, either way. If
you're not going to be there, this is moot. Because I want to roll it because maybe you'll understand something later. Jeremy, because of... the decision was going to be, do you want to roll the luck roll, Dr. Day, or should Mr. Baskerville? Because I know, Dr. Day, you have terrible... What's your current luck score?
26.
What's yours, Jeremy?
It is a 59.
Okay, so basically, Jed, would you rather roll the luck that some of this ritual is in ancient Greek? Or would you rather he roll the luck that it isn't? If you roll a luck and succeed, the ritual's in ancient Greek, so you'll understand some of what's being said when the time comes if you're in the room. If he rolls and succeeds, it's not in Greek and it doesn't help. If you fail, it's not in Greek. If he if he fails, it is in Greek. So yeah, this is the calculation of it.
Wow.
Yeah. 26%,
Jeremy,
59%.
Jeremy, do you want to roll?
Jeremy, roll a luck roll.
I'd love to, yes.
Never rooted against somebody before.
Ooh, that's a 21.
Well,
Damn it!
Sadly, the ritual's not in ancient Greek.
Going to learn so much.
Oh man.
I honestly kind of wanted it to be in ancient Greek.
Yeah,
but...
obviously it's more fun that way, but sometimes we do have to let the luck of the draw go to the luck of the roll. But that's a fun one, and I'm gonna really try to remember that for some other game because I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that energy. So, Dr. J, you need assistance. Are you going to ask any of your sort of collaborators here, or are you going to ask Mr. Fang for criminals to help you?
I think I was gonna ask Mr. Fang if the most capable man in the world was available because he already followed my instructions very well before.
Yeah, I am. Whatever. I'll do what I need to do.
Excellent. Actually, I would really hope that you do what I need you to do.
That's the same thing in this situation.
You are very smart. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Forgive me. When I get injured, I get stuck on, mundane language things. There's a word for it.
I wouldn't know that. I've never been injured.
Of course. Well,
Yeah.
that is so interesting. I'd love to hear more, but perhaps we can work on some of these experiments first.
Sure thing. I'll be your hands. Now you have 3.
Like a dream.
All right. Well, you guys are going to get to that. Meanwhile, the others of you are going to go upstairs.
Yeah. As we're going up the stairs, I'm telling them the incantations. And it's like, yes, it's pronounced Klaatu Barata Nikto.
Klaatu Barata Nikto. Got it.
Yes, that's close enough.
Klaatu Barata Nikto.
All right. Well, you're getting worse and worse each time you say it.
Klasky.
Klaatu
Barracuda?
Barata
Oh,
Nikto.
Nikto.
No, there's no ch.
That's what you just did.
Well, I just did it to tell you not to do it.
No. Nikto.
Yes. Like you nicked your toe.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
nicked toe. Oh, okay.
Okay, Nikto. Got it.
You have now reached the top floor of this tower. Open the door, and you find that this lookout tower is unoccupied. That's good news. Mr. Fang has sent some people. He has not gone up himself, but he has sent people who are carrying. They have tons of silver. One guy's like, "Are we supposed to melt this down, or it can just be?" And they can just lay it around. It's fine. One guy brings you, and this is an upsetting vibe. They let's frame it like this. They bring you 2 buckets of blood and a beer mug of bile.
Is
My
enough?
God.
Mr. Baskerville, do we need more?
I believe this will be enough, and I will pour the beer and into one of the blood into the bile beer and the blood into one of the containers that the doctor gave me and mix it together.
Okay, yeah, that's perfectly.
And then start to put it into.
They also bring you up a big bag of salt. So no rolls are required for this. You've already rolled for the ritual in mind. So if you guys want to start, making a circle of salt. I take it back. But I'll this will be a you don't get to check anything for this, but I think this is a skill of yours. Mr. Chips, why don't you make a dexterity roll for just handling some of this making a nice clean circle.
Oh boy. Let's go ahead and push that.
Uh-oh, what'd you roll?
92. That would be a 7.
A 7. So yes, he does. In fact, Mr. Baskerville, as you see Mr. Chips pouring it, you're able to direct him to actually, once you've done the circle, can you do 2 lines crossing through at every 45 degrees, and also do this? You're basically having him draw some circles in salt, which always, or draw some sigils in salt, which actually massively increases the potency of these kinds of things.
Yes,
So, as he's making the salt, Miss Mills, what do you want to handle? The silver, blood, or bile?
Well, the blood and the bile are together, right?
You know what? You handle the silver. Baskerville's dealing with blood and bile.
There it is. Yeah.
All right. Well, to arrange the silver in the way that he described, I'm just trying to think if there's pitch me on a skill you think could work for this. But I don't think any of the skills really apply here, so I might say, why don't you give me an intellect roll to just kind of try to calculate how to, distribute it all in the most even, kind of okay, well, this piece is thicker, so it's kind of, this will be at this one side, and then we have some smaller pieces next to it, that kind of thing.
I like that better than dexterity. That's an 18.
An 18. Very good job. Yes, you also, so the salt and the silver are well distributed. Mr. Baskerville, we'll go back to the blood with you in a moment, but for now, Dr. Day, you are downstairs with the coolest guy you've ever seen. And you are directing him to sort of, he's arranged the stuff, he's set everything down that you wanted.
Yes.
So you have those samples which he pulls out for you of that sort of substance that was on your arm. I need you to now attempt a roll at that. I am going to say, because you picked the coolest person in the world to help you, and because you have some rudimentary tools, I am not going to give you trouble on this roll, which means you don't have to roll the tens column once and use the higher number. You should know, however, that the roll, you need an extreme to have any success at what you're doing, because you are basically attempting to identify a substance that is foreign to this plane of existence.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair.
So you'll need an extreme to do anything, and I'll just tell you, a vital will actually get you some very usable stuff. You're attempting something very difficult. But because I'm not going to give you trouble on the roll as well, so go ahead and make a roll. This is science chemistry. I'm sorry you've already ticked it, but
fine.
Give it a shot. My hope is that he's if he rolls a 30, that means he could spend all of his luck and make it a vital success, and that's funny to me.
I rolled 38.
Well, a 38. Oof. Yeah, you could spend 22 to make it an extreme, or you could just push it.
I could push it too.
What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, I could lose my other arm, probably.
You could.
I will just I'll spend the luck. I'll spend the luck to make it a vital success. Why not?
You make it an extreme success. You don't have enough.
Whichever.
You don't have
whichever.
Vital, but extreme success means that you actually are realizing things about this substance. Your investigation of it, the way that the guy is doing a very good job of, like you say, just take just a tiny little piece off with the scalpel. He's like, I can be precise. And he does it, and you're like, great. And then you're like, okay, you can have him add a tincture of this or some of these reagents and just see what reacts
Excellent.
to it. And it does seem to primarily react more with biological matter. Potentially that it
Interesting.
is carbon and sort of like, like sort of the building blocks of life, amino acids, things of this nature. It is not very reactive to just like pure salt or pure, like
Oh, like water? Does it
water.
react to water?
Doesn't really have much. Well, it has a minimal. I'm getting a science nerd. Since you got an from success, it's having just a tiny reaction because probably any water you have is not perfectly sterile and has some bacterial component to it.
Sure.
So it seems to be reacting to life. It reacts strongly to blood. Fizzes just like it's in your arm.
Wait. Does it react to like you say life, but with like the graphite shavings of a pencil? Would it react to that?
You would try such a thing. It does not seem to react to carbon alone. No, it's reacting to carbon-based compounds that are more found in life.
Interesting. Okay.
It reacts to alcohol, for example.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, as you're going through this, you're getting good data. But now you're trying to see what would have the most sort of nullifying effect on it.
Right.
And this guy's like, yeah, I'm doing science.
You're killing the science game, my friend. Look, if you're ever looking for a legit profession, I am always in need of assistance. I'd be more than happy to put you up and pay you.
Nah, I'm not looking for that.
Honestly, I knew it as soon as I asked it.
Nah.
You have that look of a
It's
man
cool.
that knows what he's about.
You're not the first, won't be the last. I know what I'm doing, but it's good to know I can do other things too.
I just feel
Others.
like if you were around, I'd be able to, learn more and understand more. And
Yeah, you would. You would.
that's fair.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, but this is good. Sorry, I'm just putting some of these bon mots into the, into the record here. In the meantime, upstairs, Mr. Baskerville. Now it comes to it. You're going to try to create a circle of blood. Now, there's another component for this to work. How committed are you to what you're going to try to do here today?
Very.
Okay. You are arranging this in a way that you are going to attempt a summoning, but what you're sort of also trying to do is a well, we don't have to say exactly what it's doing. The point is, sometimes you often need to put something out there for it, like a good faith payment kind of situation. So who's that gonna be?
Oh, fuck. So glad I'm not there.
Oh, we know who it is.
Mr. Chips.
I guess I will add. You
Could
suspect.
you please come over here?
You suspect the more pleasing option is not him, but you're fine to balance that, and you're like, I mean, it's not nothing, but
Yeah.
yeah. All right, so what you will need to do,
Yes, Baskerville.
what you need to do,
Jesus
Baskerville, is
Christ.
you need him to be within the circle of blood that you're about to draw within this thing.
Okay. For this to work, we need an anchor in the spiritual realm to lure these people, these beings, into a prison and banish them from the plane. We need someone
Makes
brave,
sense.
someone fearless to step into
Want me
the
to go get
circle and
Dr.
be our
Day? He
partner.
just shoved his fist down a lady's stomach mouth.
Right, so I was thinking more along the lines of you.
Stomach mouth.
I mean, you were so ready to give your own bile for the cause. Why not? And of course, you will be completely safe, but we need a lure of some sort to get there.
Sure. No, I'm happy to stand and be a anchor lure? Is that what I'm doing?
Yes, of sorts. I'll need you to stand right here where 2 points converge on this edge of this circle.
All right.
Right inside, yes.
Now
I'll
you're,
go stand where instructed.
now you're gonna put the blood circle around him. You go ahead, Miss Mills.
Does any of
sorry,
this
Pierce.
seem weird?
Make
to
a
Mills?
give me an occult roll.
I mean,
Ooh, this is
I don't know
is
if there's
fun,
any-
by the way. Give me an occult roll.
are there any like passive things in this system?
There are. We're not there, but there are.
Yeah, I'm just saying my psychology is pretty high.
57. So
57. With a regular success, I was about to say, is the most damning option here. Because on a regular success, this sounds real enough. You understand that this sounds like a thing, but you're not getting the full implications. So you're like, right, someone needs to, yeah, that. Okay.
All right.
Jeremy feels very bad about this.
Oh, you shouldn't.
Neville, however,
thrilled.
so excited.
All right. So as you begin to draw with the blood in the
If
bottle,
they were ever to pick someone to die, Jeremy.
here's Miss Mills. I have a question.
Miss Mills just wants to ask one question. Mr. Baskerville, have you done this before and have you succeeded?
I've never really had the opportunity. I've studied very deeply, but I've never had the opportunity to be in contact with such creatures.
In your studies, have you come across a successful attempt?
Well, yes, of course. That's where the documents come from.
And what was the end result for those participating in the successful attempt?
Well, obviously it was a banishment. I told you what the ritual is for, right?
Is he lying?
Real talk, honest answer. Would you be suspicious of him based on what's happened so far? What your character actually knows?
Probably not. Okay.
If you feel it in your heart that you should make a psychology roll, you may, but
I want to,
I mean-
but she probably would believe him because she's not an expert. So to be fair, she would err to his expertise.
and that's what happens when women don't speak up. Now, Miss Mills.
I mean,
Wow.
it was my first day of. It's my
Never
first
trust
day
the
on the job
magician,
of Ghost
folks.
Hunting.
Yeah.
First day on the job of Ghost Hunting. This all
Wow.
makes sense to me.
So, Mr. Chips is standing in the middle of this room. The circles of salt and silver have been perfectly drawn. Well, the silver is perfect. The silver is well done. The salt is practically perfect. Even has other sigils in it. Miss Mills. And then Chips is at the center. Where are you standing? Are you outside of these circles?
Yeah, I would be like, as Mr. Chips move forward, like into the circle, I'm probably, I like to think, kind of behind off to the side of the circle that I just made, not in them.
Love it, love it. Love it or list it. Okay, so with that, Baskerville, you begin to apply the blood. I would love for you very, very bad guy. Oh, go ahead and click your occult summoning rituals. You've succeeded.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Why don't we do... Also, for the record, had that been an opposed roll, I feel a little better about telling you not to roll. Like, we could, if eventually, when you get suspicious, what's fun is what you would roll as psychology, and he would roll his acting, and his acting's higher than your psychology. So that's why baseline you're probably not suspicious. That's why passively you're not suspicious. But what I'd like you to do instead, Mr. Baskerville,
Yes.
I'll give you a choice. You can roll a dexterity, which is an 85 for you, preposterously high. Alternatively, you could roll a sleight of hand, just in case, and if you succeed on that, they're not going to pick up on any, like, they're not going to notice any weird stuff you're doing that might, like, if, you know, because they are occultists, they know about these things.
I will do sleight of hand because it is still fairly high.
I love it. Okay, go ahead and make your sleight of hand roll. And you get to click a box, which is always nice.
This keeps landing on 25.
25. That's a extreme. No, not quite extreme.
Hard success.
Hard success. Hard success. Very good. You'd need a 125 for it to be extreme.
Yeah.
Well, with a hard success, you do in fact manage to stay kind of out of inspiring any suspicion from them. And in fact, with a 25, that's a hard success. Oh, god damn it, I wish it was last week. I just rolled a 13. But I'm going to say that is hard for the purpose of what I'm doing. All right, so you begin to do this. Miss Mills, your listen is fairly high. Make a listen roll. Something seems strange in this room.
That's a 30. Yeah.
30?
Hard success.
Hard
Yeah.
success.
Mhm.
You can hear something and you kind of glance over. It might make your heart catch in your chest for a moment. Because the old man standing next to you is shifting, looking concerned by what he's seeing on the floor ahead of you. He gives you this horrible glare. His eyes are like burning. This big sort of kind of beard, like long, kind of Saruman looking vibes. Bald head, his clothes are sort of rags. Something about him seems very off. The proportions of his face, exaggerations of his features, his fingers are too long. He's sort of standing there and he's making this strange gesture, like this. And he's sort of pointing forward, and then he looks at you, and he begins to speak. Baskerville and Chips, you both hear this voice too, and look over and see that he's there. He is speaking to you, Miss Mills. You don't believe this is the Manticore language. This is something else entirely. Something about the quality of his speech seems like it's coming from deeper within him than merely his mouth. But he is gesturing towards what Baskerville is doing. Do any of you do anything?
Do I see this?
Yeah, you see and hear that there's suddenly one of these apparitions is in the room and he's speaking.
I said, it's working! He's afraid!
Get on here in this circle, bub.
You say this to the guy. Yes, Miss Mills?
Oh, I was gonna say Miss Mills would reach out and try to. Can I see through him, or is he also?
He's
pretty tall?
physically there, as far as you can tell. You want to touch him?
No, I'm gonna move back then.
Okay. You don't want to roll to see what kind of mouth wounds he has?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. He as you sort of step away,
Weirdly, all of his wounds are ears.
he looks at the circle. You're telling him to step into the circle, Chips?
Yeah.
He looks at the circle. He's shaking
We
his
made a
head.
nice home for you.
He starts trying to like kick at like the silver to try to like spread it around, but it seems to not move as much as you would like expect it to move if a man were kicking it. And then he looks up with wild eyes. Manticore e gemon sindal. Now these are words you do recognize, Miss Mills. And he said Manticore. Manticore asindal. And then back to his own language.
Mr. Baskerville, I recognized a word he said. It is in Manticore. He said Fandran, and I believe I know what that means. Can we talk to this form? Do we have time before he's vanished?
Can I grab him and pull him?
You are
into the circle
like
with me?
10 feet away from him.
Do not move!
Oh, okay, I thought I thought he had walked to the edge of the circle.
You're
and
in
he's, like,
you're
knocking.
in the little blood circle he's doing in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't realize there were all these different circles.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there's like it's like there's levels of whatever. He's trying to like mess
Okay.
with the. He's kind of kicking for it. He's gesturing in sort of a strange way. So yeah, you can't reach him. You can go to him. Baskerville has not completed a circle around you, so if you want to walk to him, you could try to drag him in.
No, I'm fine. I didn't realize he was that far away.
Yeah, he's further. This Bills. So what do you do, Mr. Baskerville?
Do I think speaking to him would be wise? I don't think it would be.
Probably not. You probably don't want to do that.
I think whatever he has to say to us, it would be to lead us away from capturing him and getting rid of him. And I continue the ritual.
Yeah.
If
she's
you
gonna buy it.
you'll buy that. No rolls required here. Okay, cool. All right, you continue the ritual. Well, you can finish painting the circle around Mr. Chips. Okay. That's a no on that one. It's a no on that one. It's too high for that one. Okay, fine. You finish painting the circle
Yes.
in the blood. Now you need to start saying the incantations yourself.
All right.
And encouraging them to do the same.
Come with me. In unison, Klaatu, Virata,
Klaatu.
Klaatu,
Nikto,
Barata.
Nikto,
Nikto.
Klaatu,
Klaatu,
Virata,
Barata, Nikto.
Barata.
Nikto.
Nikto.
The Manticore. Manticore. Dr. Day, downstairs.
Yes.
As you're doing some stuff. Let's go ahead and say that your scientific experiments have carried on. The chemistry is strong. I think, however, for this, you're getting into some shadier stuff, and I also always want you to get to roll another thing. Let's try an alchemy roll. As you think back on Paracelsus, as you think on these masters of the craft that led to your craft, the science they didn't realize they were doing. It's pure science that you're talking about, simply science you don't yet understand. Ironically, this means you go back to the older ideas when maybe the world was different. Perfectly logical conjecture.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and give me an alchemy roll.
11.
11.
That would be an extreme success.
Extreme alchemy. You suddenly have a little brainwave.
I had two thoughts ahead of time, by
Please,
the
what are
way.
they?
One was that if the base elements aren't reactive with it, and it does seem to react to life, then perhaps different combinations of life, hydrocarbons specifically, would have different reactions. So alcohol had a reaction, perhaps stuff like butane or coal or whatever, might have a different reaction. And that different ones might, the key would be finding something that was either mutes its properties or accelerates them into some kind of explosive thing, so that when interacted with, either diminishes them or makes them go up, so to speak. So I think the alchemy lane might move in those directions. With this,
that certainly tracks. I will also say one of the most famous quotes, I believe it's Paracelsus. Yes. Is the dose makes the poison. Which leads you to realize that perhaps if this thing is so reactive to life, perhaps it would also be reactive in a more negative way to something that is destructive to life. Arsenic, for example.
oh yes, of course. That makes logical sense.
Some kind of poisonous thing. I mean, other venoms or other poisons, but if you begin to investigate with those things, you do in fact.
Is that not a hydrocarbon as well?
Is arsenic?
Yeah.
Arsenic's an element.
Oh.
Yeah, it's its own element.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
But perhaps the way it reacts with hydrocarbons means that maybe you should start testing other sort of things that have toxic properties. Or hydrocarbons, as you're saying, that maybe have a thing. So,
Yes, this is perfect, though.
With a success at the degree you have, we don't even need to get into specifically what it is. Ooh, let's say that it is a cocktail. Tell you what, what you're needing to do is creating sort of like a death cocktail. In other words, it's a combination of various hydrocarbons with, and like hydrogen cyanide with arsenic. In other words, you're combining poisons and combining blood all together. When it goes to all of that, this makes the substance like it doesn't fizz. It kind of just like crackles away, like dries out. You think that you have concocted something. Oh, Book and Dacker is referencing something hilarious. Selenium? Is it? Did he just notice a pattern on the periodic table?
Oh,
and it's selenium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Selenium? That's good. That's good.
That's a point. That's hilarious. So with that, as you make this cocktail of poisons, you know, is arsenic a heavy metal? I don't know. But the point is, this cocktail of toxins and life and other things, when you put it together, you see that's the one that seems to have the most fast reaction. So now all it has to do is to direct the coolest guy ever to synthesize a bunch of this stuff. You know, just pour some jars of it that you could slosh at a thing.
You understand what we're doing here? We're making a poison, explosive poison that reacts with life. We need to. You get this?
I mean, insofar as I've been putting the stuff in the jars and it's doing stuff and you get what it means, I'm following. If you're asking me if that one looks deadlier than that one, I'd say it does. I get it.
I knew you'd get it, my friend.
So in other words, you want me to pour that, and that into one jar? I can
Yes.
do that.
We need as many jars as you can make, my friend. We're on the clock here. My compatriots, they need this.
Yeah. Sounds good. I'll get to mixing. Mixing it up, mixing it down. Yeah.
Is there any chance Mr. Fang has a bandolier, or the coolest guy in the world has a bandolier that I can put some jars in?
Make a luck roll to see if Mr. Fang does.
Nope.
I'll make a luck roll to see if the coolest guy in the world does.
Yeah.
He moves back his jacket to show it's there. Inside it, nothing but ladies' telegraph numbers. Okay, so...
Just a list of dots and dashes.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
This one's hot. She's shown me both her ankles, if you know what I mean.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also
that might be the sexiest.
Also, her
Sexiest.
genitals. I saw those too. Never her breast, though. She's a lady.
Just the waist down,
Yeah,
then.
that's what I'm into.
Classy.
I mean,
that one.
I like my women like I like my mimosas, bottomless. Anyway, I'll get back to this. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Cool, tight. Anyway.
For a second there, see right there, I was like, I think he might not be the coolest guy in the world anymore. I feel like this is going aside, and then right at the end, nope, never mind. Still
Brings
the
it right
coolest
back.
guy in the world.
Don't worry. I'm the coolest guy. Means sometimes I gotta take you on a ride. Don't worry. Trust me, I'll get you there. Like I said to the lady from the telegraph. Anyway, he dumps out all the numbers for you and he'll put in jars. Don't worry about those. I can always find more. Sophia misses the boxer. Okay, anyway, upstairs. Mr. Baskerville, you have begun to chant. You have drawn these sigils. You've drawn them very well. The figure, he's shaking his head. Jeremy, I want you to roll Do you have your D13 handy? If not, no worries. Other people do if you want someone to roll by proxy. You know what? Mr. Chips is the one in the circle. Maybe he should roll.
Have Mr. Chips roll.
Mr. Chips, roll me a D13. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. So that's basically there's 4 results. 13 is a unique result. Roll a 13. That's the most fun option. What do we got?
4.
4. Excellent. Chill. Sensible. Okay, great. Mr. Chips is standing in the circle. You are chanting this stuff. Now, Baskerville, have you stepped outside of the... You're obviously outside of the blood, but have you now stepped out of the salt and the silver?
Depends on if the ritual would require me to do so.
Doesn't require you to, but it's certainly safer to.
Yeah, I would be doing that then.
Okay, so as you step away, Mr. Baskerville, I'm just going to be a little tricky guy, but you're so high on it, I think you'll be fine. I want you to make one more dexterity to just make sure that your foot doesn't scrape a salt line or something awesome, you know? You don't disrupt one of these circles in a real way.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't that be
Oh god.
sweetest?
That's a 75 under 77.
No, this is dexterity, so it's under 85.
Oh, under 80.
So you're even better. All right. So you manage to step out like, okay, you see it and you're like, I'll step over that. So Miss Mills, you're chanting. Mr. Chips, you're chanting. Mr. Chips, you begin to have a rather intense feeling of pressure in your head. And things are very loud where you are. For Miss Mills and Mr. Baskerville, you're hearing a much kind of more deafened sort of like kind of like it's like, imagine like a Hans Zimmer, like a Hans Zimmer rising note is in your brain, Mr. Chips, and it's very intense there where it is. The old man starts like trying to move away, but he actually finds himself kind of like unable to, like, he has his foot on the silver and he can't pull away from it, and he's looking at you, Baskerville, and he's got these wild eyes and he's kind of reaching for you with his fingers, and he says, "And there's the Lombos. Go on!" Antoinette Mills, I would like for you to make a psychology roll on this crazy man. But I'm going to give you one trouble on it, so you have to roll your tens column and use the higher number.
Okay, so 32, because it's a 2 or a 32, so 32.
It's such a bummer that it can't be a 2, because that would have been so useful. But fortunately for you, a 32 is still a hard success.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Mills, you begin to have a very bad feeling. You strongly suspect that this horrible old man was not trying to do anything but warn you against what you're doing right now. The way he's looking at Baskerville is not, "I'm here to eat your soul, don't banish me." It's what are you about to unleash, you fool?
She stops chanting and she's like, "Baskerville, what didn't you tell us?"
Baskerville keeps chanting.
Mr. Chips,
Clarence.
get out of the circle.
Bolognese.
Batu verata nicto.
She's trying to yell to Mr. Chips. Mr. Chips, get out of the circle.
Ooh,
do
Mr.
not
Chips,
trust
make a
him.
listen roll. Let's see if you can hear her voice over your own chanting and the pain in your head.
All right. Do I have any? Do I have any trouble on this?
I'm not going to give you trouble. I'm just going to have you roll it, and we'll just, let's just, the trouble is that you're, what do you got?
Sure. 31 hard success.
With a hard success, you do in fact hear her voice. You hear that she is like calling to you. You see her gesturing. Maybe you can't necessarily hear her exact words, but you see her like doing this, and Baskerville's like, Baskerville, are you ignoring? Or are you seeing that? Or are you gesturing anything to him instead? Or you're just still chanting?
I'm trying to finish the ritual as quickly as I can.
Understood.
Basically.
So you're just putting all of it in.
Okay.
At this point, then, Baskerville.
Um,
Baskerville, you don't speak any other languages yourself?
I don't. Where would I see that?
It would be under language own. There'd be language other, and it's fine.
No.
Okay, in that case,
Language unknown.
Language unknown. Do you have points in that?
I know it's just a one.
Yeah, just one. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
In that case, you can't like speak in Aramaic or anything, so you can just shout in English that like you need to at this point say, something to the effect of like, "Great entity from beyond, I offer you the sacrifice and bind you to my service." So you can go ahead and say such a thing if you'd like to.
Great entity from beyond, I offer you this humble sacrifice and bind you to my service.
All right. So, Mr. Chips, you're trying to move. Is that correct?
if I see Antoinette gesturing,
Okay.
I would move towards her.
All right. So as you start moving, and as Baskerville says that, Mr. Baskerville, here's the big one for you. A couple things are going to happen. First of all, ooh, you're not high in this. That's a shame. Mr. Baskerville, let's go ahead and make a power roll.
Oh boy.
In addition, you're going to. Do you have a D10 handy?
Yeah, I'm rolling it for my percentile.
Oh, right, of course. So first, make the power roll.
Okay. Ooh, that's a 66.
You're gonna push it.
I could just use 16 luck.
You could use 16 luck.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that.
Use 16 luck. Okay, cool. Take 16 luck away as you push this in. The second thing you need to do, and this actually does, matter. I need you to roll a d10.
Okay.
And, oof. Oh man. Oh no. This is D10 plus 5, so this could this is gonna be something no matter what. Go ahead, do it.
6.
Perfect. You're over 5. Cool. So you've just hit with indefinite madness. So go ahead and lose 11 sanity. Go ahead and lose 3 magic points.
God damn.
As you attempt, but you have been successful just to the cusp. And let's look at the bout of madness you're about to undergo. Roll a d10, and boy, some of these could be really bad.
A 9.
9? All right. Roll a D100. You are about to gain a phobia, and oh my god, do I hope it's one that matters in this current situation.
$61.
We've had this in one of our other games before. I almost want someone to not roll this, but it's fine.
I can roll again if you want.
Roll again. I'm gonna choose between, because it's a perfectly good one. It was a big thing in one of the Blood from a Stone. It wasn't the fear of food. It wasn't the chubophobia. It's monophobia, fear of being alone.
A 10.
10. Oh shit! It's that instead. Anglophobia. You're afraid of England and English culture. All right.
Indubitably.
What an
I'm one
odd
of those
phobia.
self-hating Brits.
All right. So as you gain Anglophobia, fear of yourself, terror at your own identity, Mr. Chips has begun to move. Mr. Chips. Unfortunately, he has succeeded at the ritual. Nevertheless, You can make a dodge roll as you feel that sort of horrible pressing sound above you.
Sure.
You got it.
6.
6. An extreme success is good enough.
Okay.
What?
I was gonna spend some luck to make it a vital.
Not necessary. You sort of feel something, and also because you already were moving, that's part of it. You jump out of the way, sort of like kind of slipping on. Actually, no, with a 6, you don't even slip. Just like you jump over that, you're moving aside, and just in time to avoid sort of like this like kind of like converging feeling of these sort of unseeable, unknowable like appendages that are sort of coming down and up at you in that circle, kind of converging on that point and reaching for it. You leap. Are you just leaping? Are you going towards where Mills and the old man are? Or are you going? Where are you jumping?
Yeah, I'm gonna head towards, since that she was the one gesturing me over.
Okay.
I'll run towards her.
All right. So as you sort of jump in that way, you move there, right as you see sort of appearing behind her, like eyes still lolling and dead, but the mouth and the stomach opening wide. The woman from below. Her mouth, her head's just lolling, but all of the things up there are talking. They're all saying, Egemon. And the one at the bottom is like, Egemon. And it's like opening wide. The old man looks back. He reaches out to the woman, like lovingly, like, in this way. Miss Mills, you hear this behind you. What would you like to do?
You know what? She's going to reach out to them and say Egemon and reach her hands out.
You're going to say Egemon to them.
Yep. I want to see it. She's interested in what that means, and she's not sticking her hand in the stomach. She's reaching out to their hands as they're
All
reaching
right.
for each other. Yeah.
Give me a charm roll, of all things.
That is an 80 on the dot. So
80 on the dot. It's it's hard to be charming in a circumstance like this, but you're charming enough. But you do that. She pauses as you sort of say the word back. The old man looks at you, kind of that you sort of know the word, and you're sort of gesturing. And he's kind of like nodding in a sort of strange way himself. Mr. Chips is like moved out of the circle. He's over there, kind of like. Or no, Mr. Chips, do you not run towards the woman now that she's there?
So, yeah, I was gonna say. So I'm running. A woman appears. She says, "Egemon," and that Antoinette turns and says, "Egemon" to her, arms up as well. Is Baskerville still chanting?
Baskerville at this point is just like kind of probably babbling, kind of like cackling, talking about how bad.
British!
Yeah. The accursed British! Tea and crumpets my foot! Yeah.
What have I
Honestly,
done?
maybe-
What am I?
Might be the
Is
first
that an
time I've
unreasonable
agreed.
phobia?
Might be the first time I've agreed with Baskerville, but I'm gonna just look for the exit.
That's, no one's in your way to run out the exit. All right.
Yeah. It seems like two of these folks are losing it, and this is much worse than the lady I tried to stab.
All right, so you have said Egemon, Miss Mills. Okay. Mr. Chips runs out of the room. Now, Dr. J.
Yes.
Actually, Mr. Chips, you don't run out of the room. You run, and you're faced with the coolest guy in the world who has various jars on his bandolier.
Oh, thank God.
Followed by
Everything's
Dr.
going to be
J.
okay.
The guy's like, "What the hell's going on? What's up, Doc? What do I do?"
What do I? Let me get this right.
Dr.
If I
Day,
see
I
this
think something
correctly.
went terribly wrong. We got a tentacle monster coming out. It was supposed to be some sort of banishment. Something's going on now. And I don't know, he seems to have lost his mind. She seems to have joined the ghosts.
And that's what I see. I see tentacles coming out of the ceiling and
You don't
floor
really see
within the
tentacles,
circle.
You just see like something that is not Euclidean in nature. You know what? I'll say yes. Tentacles is the closest thing, so let's go with tentacles.
Okay.
It's
And then I see the mouth lady, and
you see mouth lady, but she's like the mouth lady's like looking at Mills, who's like looking at the mouth lady, and there's a horrible old man who also seems like he's not from here. Something weird going on. And you see Baskerville just is kind of like cackling, like reaching, sort of doing something strange. But I do think, God, I'm sort of keeping this as a sort of thing. I do think that based on what's happening, I'm gonna roll to see the overcome of the entity there. Okay, I literally just rolled a 2, so I'm gonna say it as a high forcefulness. Oof, this is gonna be crazy. I think you're okay at this, but oh boy, Miss Mills, you're very high at this.
Okay.
Miss Mills. Ooh, but you said that word. Expecting a sacrifice and having heard someone speak in a certain tongue. The tentacles push past, like you see the blood like exploding on the floor and the salt like melting and the silver smelting as these tentacles rush towards Miss Mills. Miss Mills, go ahead and give me a dodge roll, and I'm gonna roll on behalf of the monster. Tie goes to you in this circumstance, so that's good. What do you got?
I rolled an 82. I'm gonna spend however many luck. I'd like to get it to a hard success, and I have a lot of luck.
To a hard success,
Mm-hmm.
you would need to get it to 39. So from 82, you need to do 43 points of luck.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I have unfortunately rolled an extreme success.
No.
Oh no!
So you see Miss Mills reaching in this way, and I was like, I need to maybe say something because Jed spent all his, and I didn't. But no, I let it go. I let the thing.
It's fair.
The tentacles reach forth, and you like do this incredible leap, and you see like the woman, like her face doesn't, but like you almost see the mouths opening as something, and you see them. They say something to you in the Manticore language. They say some word you hear. The word is Genderon. Genderon.
Have I seen this word when I looked at the book?
Ooh, luck roll. Wait, it's worse now. We'll try anyway. Give it a shot.
I'll try. 95. No.
I'm so sorry. You never saw those words.
Okay.
All right. What you, Mr. Chips and Dr. Day see is it's like you less see her being pulled and you less see things wrapping around her and you more see Miss Mills simply being like wrapped around by this thing and pulled towards the middle. A sacrifice. Well, you don't know the sacrifice part, but Baskerville, that's the part you're thinking of. Like, oh, thank God, this anti-England thing like me is about this. Yes, Mr. Chips?
I would like to reverse course and run back in to grab her and try to pull her out.
Okay.
2 sacrifices.
Basically just running in, throwing my body against her, so just try to knock her out of the grasp.
Okay, go ahead and make a, I mean, that would really be like it's strength, man. Strength or jump. Nope, that's worse. Yeah. All right, do a strength, I guess. Oh. This sound is too calm. I need something more intense and scary.
terrifying for us because it's dead silence.
Exactly.
Sorry. Right as you said, strength man, both of my earbuds just died.
Perfect.
So, okay. Strength it is. Let's just roll it.
You have a 35 in strength.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Save me, Mr. Chips.
Hmm. Give me one sec here. I need to do a little math.
Okay. Mr. Day, your
Yes.
guy is looking at you and he's like, whoa. He points to the woman, he points to the thing ahead. Like, what am I doing?
I point to the woman and say, "Start throwing."
Yeah. On it.
And then, oh, wait. I'm sorry. Let me be clear.
Yeah.
I point him towards Miss Mills and the tentacles and say, "Start throwing."
Oh, okay.
And then I wish to throw one at the lady.
Oh, at the lady. Okay.
I want to take the mouthy broad down out of
Understood.
revenge
Okay,
for my
I'm
lost
gonna
hand.
say with your throw, you are, like you're gonna. Well, I mean, you know what? You have your right arm still. Yeah, you can throw it. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and make your throw. Yes, Mr. Chips.
I'm going to
there's-
spend 58 luck to make it a vital success.
A vital success. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you slam into her. Okay, so Miss Mills, I have not rolled your damage from the grab yet. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll get Mr. Chips for contacting the substance as well. All right, Miss Mills, you do take 8 points of damage as you're contacted by this thing, and that is a wound. That is considered a major wound. So. Wounds and healing 119. So you do make a Constitution roll, if you would.
Oh, 13.
13. Okay. So yeah, you do not fall unconscious, but you're in tremendous pain. Mr. Chips, you run into it full speed. You knock her loose from it. She hits the ground. Her body is like sizzling in that crazy sort of way. Oof. Oh, you don't have many hit points left, do you?
I'm all right.
You're
I've
okay.
I'm at 9 out of 13.
Okay. 9 out of 13. Okay. You take
Just a little
7.
bit.
Also make a Constitution roll.
I missed, by the way.
You miss just
Right.
whatever it was you fully
Yeah.
full
I'm gonna let the good looking one deal with
the
that.
cool guy.
With both arms. The guy with 2 arms.
Allow me.
Yes.
Regular success.
You are also not unconscious. And you also are not within the tentacle. That's more you just you ran into it so hard. It's like your whole body's beginning to sizzle. Sort of like a day's wound, but it's like a different sort of vibe.
Am I wounded?
You are wounded, yes, because you
Okay.
took more than half of your thing. So you click the
Oh.
wounded box. Major
Then,
wound.
if possible, did I understand the thing about hearing a sacrifice? Has that been said in a language I understand?
It was said in English by this
In English?
by this self-hating Englishman.
Yeah. I'm going to as Antoinette and I are on the ground. I'm going to look at Day and the coolest man in the world,
Mhm.
and just feed Baskerville to it. He wants to be the sacrifice.
The coolest man's like, I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm still throwing for you here. Don't worry.
I'll be
about
honest.
me."
I'm not quite sure either.
I don't-
There was,
That, you
I
know
know the
what?
sacrifice was needed.
Between you and me, that guy talks weird.
Yes, but you know what? He's also very helpful. So you just keep throwing at all the 3 non-human things.
Guys. Oh no. The coolest guy in the world just rolled a 100.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
Well, that's not good.
I gotta think about how this fumble, what's the maximum negative impact of this fumble? Because I want it to be bad for, it's got to be bad for him as well as bad for whatever. So he like reaches up to like throw it, and he oh god. Basically he's unscrewed the lid to throw it rather than like throwing it and letting it like explode. He's like, watch this. And he does it. He throws it. He trips while doing so, falling into the circle. In addition, the substance manages to like go off in, you know, like when you see like a liquid sort of flying through the air, this kind of just super poisonous, horrible substance, manages to fly into the air, and despite the massive size of these non-Euclidean tentacles sticking out, it hits none of those and goes directly into the faces of the coolest guy in the world, Mr. Chips and Miss Mills. Miss Mills and Mr. Chips, I need you both to make dodge rolls again as you try to roll out of the way of this.
Oh,
like,
dear
poison.
God.
The coolest guy's like, ugh, and it kind of just sloshes into his throat. He starts coughing horribly.
Dr. J just stops and stares. It's like, what happened?
That was a 90. I'm gonna push it.
I'd push it for sure. Mr. Chips, how are you doing?
27, regular success.
Right, Mr. Chips, you managed to get out of the way as it splashes next to you. Miss Mills?
77.
77. That's a success for you.
Yes.
Okay. You managed to slide away. Coolest guy in the world has tripped forward. It's on his face. He sort of stands up like, oh. Tentacle grabs him, pulls him into the center.
Does he has more jars on him?
He does have more jars on him. That is true.
Okay.
That is true.
I,
Well, this could be a
Just-
fumble that works out, actually. Yeah, all right.
yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, Mr. Baskerville. As you
Yes.
Smash the jars! Smash the jars!
I cannot believe that I just did it again. I cannot, there's no way you guys are going to be able to see that that's a double zero. Like, it's a 0-0 on it again.
You rolled another 100?
I just rolled 2 100s in a row.
What did you roll it for?
I cannot even tell you. That was to see if he could hear him to listen. And I guess on an ultimate fumble, the answer is he does, and he cuts the bandolier off and it harmlessly rolls onto the floor before he's pulled in.
Oh, dear God.
Oh my goodness.
He went from the coolest guy in the world to the ultimate patsy. Like, how does...
Oh my god. I've never rolled 2 100s in a row before. That's so incredible.
I have to totally revamp my image of this person. Like, he's not even...
All of us just can take a moment to just sigh and be really disappointed.
I feel like even the Eldritch Horrors pause for a moment and just
Like,
shake their tentacles at him.
The tentacle picks one of the jars up and pours it out.
Yeah, tentacles tentacle looks. Actually, no. Genuinely, because of that, the tentacle noticing that shakes him violently, so his head just falls off, and none of the substance goes in with the tentacle. And the tentacle instead pulls him in.
Okay. So he just lost his head and is being
Miss
eaten.
Mills,
Yeah.
I think we should be going.
Yes, Mr. Chips, we need to make our way out of here.
And maybe kill Baskerville later.
Well, funny thing about that, Baskerville, the thing that I thought was absolutely the least possible of everything, Baskerville, you now have an entity in your service.
No way.
So, this is not like a permanent, this does not make you permanent, whatever, but you have now bound this entity to your service successfully. You've gone mad in the doing, but a sacrifice has just been given. And, you can make your request, I suppose. What do you ask of this thing from another plane?
What would Baskerville ask specifically?
What's interesting is he wanted it without knowing that. That's the part I think is interesting. Ooh,
Yeah.
gotta summon this thing. Wait, what can this new god give me? I hadn't even thought of it.
Well, he wanted the ability to do real magic.
Sure.
I don't know if that's like a thing you can ask of.
You can ask.
I want to make my magic real.
Make my magic real? That's what you say?
Yes.
Make?
My,
So
my monsters grow.
You call out those words. Make my monster. Make you feel as like the sacrifice has been accepted. There's a wave of like horrible like mind melting. It just hurts in this room. Actually,
I'm sure there's no way to monkey paw this request at all.
make my magic real. That's a pretty good.
Very good. Very good.
Cries. Make my magic real. Okay. I need everyone. Also, just because the other three of you seeing all of this happening, give me sanity rolls. Let's just do that. Power rolls. It's for your sanity. Just.
Oh no! Can I push a sanity roll?
Sure. But just be warned, it could be really bad if you know. But yeah, you can push it.
I'm gonna push it. Okay. Oh, 73. Woo! Yeah.
Can use luck on this, right?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna use 2 luck because I rolled a 57. So
Mr. Chips, how are you doing?
You find ourselves in a quandary. I don't have enough luck to make this a success. I don't have a whole lot there if I am to push it. Lady Fortune's always guided me.
You're gonna push it.
I'll push it.
All right.
Oh dear God.
2.
Okay.
Oh.
You all keep your wits about you. You're also all in terrible shape. Sorry, I'm just reading the exact rules of a major wound. Oof, you guys are messed up. Except for Baskerville, who's doing just fine. All right, Baskerville. I think what's about to happen here is your magic is real.
I think the moral of this story is that evil does pay.
I think so.
I didn't know this became an evil campaign so early.
I made it a while.
Well, Baskerville.
I'm sorry, Mr. Orchin. What?
Yeah, I thought I was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Apparently,
How am I
not
not?
so much.
And then I said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah.
Hold my
Yes,
English.
you did.
Hold my
English
bile.
liquor.
No, don't hold my English liquor. Hold my any other kind of liquor.
Hold my English liquor because I physically cannot anymore.
Right. Oh, there you go. That's good. That's exactly.
Hold my delicious slits
Yeah.
American beer.
All right. Okay. Lot going on here. None of you go crazy, but all of you understand that things are wild. You also, at this point, hear a horrific cry rising up from the mouths on the woman, and the old man, he speaks. Manticore, Conscience, Azandora. They sort of, he's like gesturing, doing that gesture again, trying to. They both disappear.
Oh no.
Outside, you see a massive flash of fire out the window. You hear this unholy cry from outside. There is now nothing in the middle of the room.
The tentacles are gone?
Yeah, they were never. I mean, They
Wait, did
weren't
that
really
work?
ever even here. They were more just, impinging on your reality a little bit. But there's now no longer a sign of them.
That actually work? Did that thing get rid of the ghosts?
Is Baskerville still here?
Baskerville standing right there.
A question: do we know that he said it out loud that he wanted the entity to be bound to
I
him?
bind you
correct?
to my service. Yes. You
Okay,
heard.
never mind.
And you also heard him shout, "Make my magic real!" as soon as a man's head fell off, and now the thing's gone.
Well, that last bit I would have heard.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the first part.
Sure. So really,
I would
my
like
question
to-
is, the other thing about this is Miss Mills, Mr. Chips, and Dr. Day are all like I mean, Dr. Day, you only have 4 hit points. Those two are like actively bleeding right now. Mr. Baskerville, you're the only person and stuff. So despite what any of you may or may not want to do, none of you are in great shape. Mr. Baskerville, what do you do?
I'd like to turn to my friends, my greatest friends, but they have helped me achieve my dreams.
Yeah.
And I say, thank you. I've searched so long for this. And finally, I can put on the greatest show the world has ever seen. And I want to, throw my cape or do something that, essentially makes me disappear and,
Absolutely.
escape.
Your magic is real. So yes, in fact, your illusions. Baskerville disappears before your eyes.
That damn Englishman conned us all.
Baskerville, from wherever you've gone, you still hear those words. I want you to make a sanity roll.
Oh, fuck. That is a 40 over 39. Can I spend 1 luck? Or can I not?
I'm
do
going to
that
say in
for
this
sanity?
case, no. So
Okay.
wherever it is you disappear to, you scream in mental anguish. You take 3 points of psychic damage,
I forgot he was afraid of English.
and you
That's fair.
curl in on yourself, terrified of yourself, terrified that you have given this level of power to an Englishman.
Oh my! Oh, you're English?
Yes!
Oh, this is gold.
Yeah, that's why I was like between those two. I'm like, that one. It's that one. That's the one.
Oh,
Well, with that,
that's fabulous.
Dr. Day, Mr. Chips, and Miss Mills, you are all in terrible shape. One of you's lost a limb. Miss Mills, your body is covered in burns. And also, it's still, like fizzing in that horrible way. Mr.
Did it
Chips,
get
similar
my
for
face?
you.
Did it get my face?
Make a luck roll. You got less now, so.
I didn't want to ask because I knew that was coming, but I also need to know.
Yeah.
Oh, 17.
Not your face or, sorry to, boobs.
My décolletage.
They're fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. It's all right. It's just a wound.
The money makers are okay. Well, anyway. So the point being, but your ankles.
Wow.
Bad news.
Can I give first aid to these two?
You could make a first aid roll on both of them. Go for it. First, Miss Mills.
69. That'd be a success.
Miss Mills, you may regain. You get 1 hit point back.
And then a 45 from Mr. Chips.
You also get a hit point back. All right.
Does that remove the wounded status?
It does not,
Okay.
but it gives you a hit point back. With that, I mean, there's really nothing to do but for you all to just collapse there. I think at this point, if you'd like to say anything, you may, but I think we're not going to move to any other locales.
I would like to,
sit down and light a cigarette.
as you do that, I would like to retrieve the bandolier and go sit next to Miss Mills and then look at her and say, And I'll take in Mr. Chips as well and say, I think it's safe to say that not all members of our society are trustworthy.
So I just got a question. This was my first night on the job. Is it always like this?
Oh, most assuredly not.
In fact, I was going to say to Miss Mills here and Mr. Chips, I suppose we might as well include you after our current ordeal. It's nice to know that there are some here that we can trust. And I can say we've all sacrificed for this, not in the same way that Mr. Baskerville meant it, apparently. But I think, going forward, we should be careful about who we should share what we know with each other. And be careful who else we share it with.
I agree,
Seems
Doctor.
fair.
And,
Well, I've never really held any of my thoughts back.
and thank you both, gentlemen. I would not be here if it weren't for both of you.
No,
Well,
said I would protect you.
I think that's a statement I can share wholeheartedly as well. Mr. Chips, you've saved both our lives at this point.
No. I mean, I feel like you're giving me a lot of crap, Mr. Dr. Day, on your behalf, but sure. I'll take it.
Well-
But like I said, Lady Fortune's never led me wrong.
Well, I know this may not be what we consider success within society, but I've learned a lot. We now have a weapon that we can use. And I think if this is indeed a war that we have stumbled upon, which today certainly felt like, we have a means to fight back.
Oh, you mean Baskerville? Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill him.
I will gladly help. But I did mean the otherworldly entities. He holds up a jar.
I don't know that I can kill them, but I can kill him.
I don't think you can anymore, man. Only with a Union Jack. Well, with that, I think.
He's got a very
Yeah.
he's got a very big weakness, and it's a
Yeah.
mirror.
Yeah. Me, my only
Medusa
weakness.
all over again.
He's gonna
Medusa,
he's
but
gonna.
dumber in every way.
Yeah. At some point, somebody's gonna point out that you do realize the only language you speak is English, don't you? Just cut to learn to speak Spanish book.
Yeah, he's like fucking on Duolingo for German now. Like,
Yeah. Well, with that, we will end this very intense session. I was assuming a lot of people were going to die, but you guys had some good rolls.
Me too.
And
I thought I was dead.
And interestingly, the only bad rolls I had were for one of your NPCs who really did not live up to his name.
Cool guy.
That guy, 2 in a row, full fumbles. That was wild.
You know,
It was
you know what I
real-
would say?
What's that?
That even though those were 2 incredible fumbles, it was kind of the move the coolest guy in the world would make, to sacrifice themselves and save everybody.
Oh yeah, that's what I'll say.
Real.
That's what I'll say for great old one heaven. It was
Well, he's
all
Neville's
part
favorite
of the
person.
plan. It
Real,
wasn't. It wasn't that. Oh yeah, cool me. Wow. Well, goodness. That was very. That was wild. So, also in a fitting way, I think we are. We now have 3 deeply injured people. This maybe will make sense, as I think we're going to have some like lineup changes here, as we often do with this game. But some of these might be explained by, because like you guys regain 1 hit point a week in this game.
A week?
Yeah. If you've had a major wound. Major wound recovery.
Can I?
Oh no, I
argue
take it
that
back.
that's-
1d3 hit points per week.
Okay.
And
I mean,
it
that's
can
still unreasonable.
It can be more if you roll an extreme success on your con to try, but you can have various things. And you can get bonus dice and stuff. So the point is though, there's going to be there's a reason why the lineup might change for the next mission. As you guys recuperate in Baskerville goes off and does other stuff. Baskerville was going to be a hard one to include again as a player. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I never expect to play him again.
It's true. You could play someone else. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Maybe if he shows up, you can still be him a little bit. That was so good. Well,
that was really
Jeremy.
great.
Thanks also for doing that, because Jeremy did text me he's like, hey, could I He's like, you know how my whole thing's about I want to make my magic real, and my expertise was in summoning and banishing. Could I just try to summon it instead? And I was like, yeah, you can. Well, you should do that.
It's weird because I didn't know that at all, and I just kept inadvertently calling it a summoning ritual.
Yeah, I texted him. I was like, would this be too mean to the other players? And Philip was like, do it.
Now that being said, when Ms. Mills said Egamon, I was like, oh, she's dead. But then she had very high dodge. But then I beat her dodge. But then Pierce spent all of his luck to make that a vital, which pretty much is the only way you could have pushed that tentacle away. Because I was like, oh, okay, cool. And there was some part of me that's like, I mean, if there's anyone he should kill to prove his villainy, it's Ms. Mills. So I was like, that's rough, but okay. But everyone made it out alive somehow. Well, thanks, guys. This was delightful. Appreciate you all being here. I'm going to make a couple announcements, if that's cool. One is that we don't have games for actually a while here. There is no Hotel Detective this Sunday, unfortunately. And then, next weekend, we don't have one of these. Nor do we have a game that Sunday, because next weekend is WonderCon. So we're going to be at WonderCon I can now announce the official date, and I think I did, on Sunday, March 29th, at WonderCon in Anaheim at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Long Lost Lore has a panel. We're in room 300C. The panel is called Makeshift Mechanics with Long Lost Lore. I've done a bunch of test games for it, and I will also say this. I've been a little bit like, God, I really wish we had more time for this. Part of me is like, but you know what? It's going to be a better panel than if we had 2 hours, because it's really going to have to move, and an hour and a half would probably have been perfect. But point being, what we're going to be doing at this panel is taking a few final audience suggestions to add to our random table, talking a little bit about TTRPGs in general, some thoughts on game design. Then we're going to have audience members roll on that random table for us to determine our setting and our heroes. 2 tables. I will then rapidly build a game and 4 character sheets for that, as Lauren and Zane and Liv and Beth kind of talk a little bit about sort of some of their experiences, answer some questions, etc. I only have about 10 minutes for this, so whatever. Then I hand out the character sheets, explain the game, and we play a 30-minute quick session of an all-new game created there in the room. It will not be a folding table, but it will be a breaking table, and that it will probably break me. So it's going to be really, really kind of just cool and crazy. I think we'll also have some recordings of it to post later on. We can't do it for a little while until the thing for exclusivity reasons of the con, but it's going to be really fun. So if you're in the area, come check it out. We'll tell you all about it, in a couple weeks. So that's fun. I'm going to mention another thing sort of related to the channel and game design. Cantrip Candles. Our friends at Cantrip Candles have a new candle set. It's called Homestead. This has been in the works for so long. I wrote a few modules. We played some of them on the channel that are based on these adventure triptychs, which are sets of candles. Can anybody post can somebody post our social stuff in the thing? But can you post the Cantrip Candles website, or even the if you can find the Homestead one? You're allowed to post links, right, Pierce? Yeah. So maybe you can throw that in so people can go to that. Cantrip Candles has a new set. It's called Homestead. It is unlike any other D&D module I've ever written. It was kind of Christoph's idea, and I just sort of put it together for them. It is basically a city builder D&D module. So each session is a season, and we've developed these tables where it's like you make developments to your village. You pick, are we going to be farmers? Are we going to be fishers? Are we going to be, are we going to focus on growing groves and making potions and stuff like that? You get to pick all this stuff. Then there are various complications that arise. It's designed to be 3 seasons as you sort of level up and learn new things. And it's really fun. So I'm very excited to play it here on the channel, sort of show it off to everybody. And check that out. Obviously, also it comes with 3 candles that smell nice.
2 of which I'm a huge fan of. Sweet Fig Farmhouse and Autumn Festival are both
Oh,
delightful.
and should mention what's special about this set is it is actually the only way to get some of those seasonal candles off season. That's kind of like part of the premise of it, is that it is, it's like, it's supposed to be like things for different seasons. Some of the candles they only sell during certain seasons. So it's kind of like a cheat code for that. So check it out. It's very fun. And yeah, what's the other one in there? I should know.
Summer Plains.
Summer Plains. Yeah. So yeah, summer. Yeah.
Well, they changed them all.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Well, they candles are slightly different than the ones I wrote on, but that's fine. But yeah. So check that out. That's some fun stuff. So yeah. We're off for a little bit here, but we'll be sort of posting stuff, and so we got WonderCon coming up. So it's gonna be crazy, but we'd love to sort of see anyone who can make it there. We appreciate everyone watching this stuff, and when we come back to this game, some changes may have to be made in how tall buff Mr. John Jansen is sending people out, because some of these missions,
It's like more of a background check.
getting rough.
Yeah.
I like the idea. He's like, oh, criminal, I never should have sent Mr. Chips. Oh, he was heroic. Oh, okay, yeah. So anyway,
I'm not a criminal. I'm just a gangster. I'm just a gambler.
well, it's criminal these days. Yeah, so very good.
Just two things before you wrap up.
thing.
Thank you for the raid, High Shelf Collective.
Oh, hello, Raiders. If anyone's still here, hello.
And thank you, Galleon Norman Saber, for 44 months of subscribing. And I believe it was Book and Dagger for 59 months.
59 months, which is halfway between our 49 and our nice emote values.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Wow. And I guess personally, in the interim, if you want an RPG that I have been working on, there is a mobile game called Etheria Restart that is a very fun, like, Chinese RPG gotcha game. I will say that, but it is a lot of fun to work on. It is a very bright and colorful world, unlike our own.
Is it out now?
It's out now. It's free. It's on mobile. Download it. And I don't know that I'm allowed to say that, but I've said it now, so do it.
Very
Fun.
cool.
Fun.
Anybody else want to plug, mention anything else to say or state or whatever? Well, very good. Well, guys, also thanks to the players for tonight. This was a more crazy one than they often are, because some big decisions were made. So appreciate that, on whether it's splitting up or turning evil or rescuing or etc. There were some
Turning evil?
Or revealing themselves as evil.
My true
or
Revealing, yes.
saying magical phrases to entities from other planes where maybe it be, we're not sure what Egamon means. That's the thing I'll point out. So
We'll find out. I have some origins that'll suss out all these new words we learned today. We learned a lot of new words today.
What was the other word?
Oh,
Gendero.
Gendero. Also, Miss Mills has quite good hearing, and I do believe one of the old people spoke a lot of words, and we've also agreed to share a lot of what we know now.
Totally.
So I'm expecting
I like
to
that
learn
you
a
worked
lot of
before.
new words.
we weren't working together before. Now we are.
Now we're working together.
Really solidified our bond.
Nothing creates friendship quite like a common British enemy.
Trauma.
Yeah.
British
You're like,
trauma.
oh man, I'll join you. I hate that British guy too. All right. Well, very good. All right, everyone. Well, this was fantastic. Until next time, avoid the English.